Hello, welcome to Mostly Off Topic Plays The One Ring, second edition. This is episode 14, which is the second half of session 8. Hi, guys.
Hello.
The enthusiasm is because we've been
Hello.
playing for like an hour and a half, 2 hours already. But there we go. So, our characters are in East Farthing, having made their way along the East Road, having made a suitably impressive impression with Rory Mac Brandybuck, a sheriff who guards the Brandywine Bridge, and has put in a good word. It turns out that that they've arrived in time for Harvest Festival in the twin towns of Whitfurrows and Budgeford, and they've chosen sides. They've decided to equitably split the teams. So some on the Whitfurrow side, some on the Budford side. And as they come downstairs, banging their head every step in the Hobbit-sized inn, they enter the common room, which is buzzing with activity. Plates of sausages, bacon, black pudding, white pudding, fried potatoes, fried bread, fresh bread, toast, butter, baked mushrooms, roasted tomatoes, boiled tomatoes with a really lovely basil-based onion sauce, boiled eggs, fried eggs, scrambled eggs, eggs attached to spoons. People trying the egg and spoon race just to get their hand in, just when they kind of like make their way that way. You sit down at the table, fresh milk, warm milk, water, tea, herbal tea, peppermint tea, spearmint tea, tea with all kinds of flavours and flowers, honey, lemon. It's whatever the heart desires. The jams. Oh my goodness, the jams. The curds, the marmalades. There is a cornucopia of foods. And I'll leave you guys to chat amongst that feast whilst I am going to do tea.
We'll go over to the Hobbit kitchen.
So, I guess Tolman's the only one who really this is kind of just a Tuesday for, right? Or
well, this is a big deal, even for Tolman. These kind of events are, in the annual cycle for hobbits, especially because it's attached to agriculture. It's the harvest season. So everyone's been working hard, and then this is the reward: is that you get to have a few days of just playing silly games and eating.
Was it the Harvest Festival? Is that when the goblins attacked? Didn't they attack during a Harvest Festival? And that's why everyone was ready to fight?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
I don't remember.
There must be golf then, in that case.
I would hope so, yeah. That was a quick tea.
Oh, I'm just flipping his food over. So in about 5-ish more minutes, I'll need to go and finish it off. And that'll be there.
We were just discussing whether it was around the Harvest Festival that the goblins attacked the Shire and Bullroarer invented the game of golf.
I think it might have been. It focused the Hobbit's mind on what was at stake.
So we wondered if there was some kind of golf competition.
Oh, yeah, why not?
Is that canon?
I was thinking about the sack race.
Yep.
Because I was trying to have a go at trying to name an episode. I haven't tried that before, but sacking of Shire would sound interesting.
I was going to say it depends what kind of sack you want to get into. Everyone tries to avoid the smelly sack.
That's it. I'll remember those.
Oh gosh, yeah, that
This
is
is,
one very frustrating quest. That is
Yeah.
for those who play Lord of the Rings LCG. So it's really busy in the common room. You've managed to get your fill, and
Nice.
as you step out into the square has been turned into essentially a market with very many vendors. There is cross stitch. There's simple toys. There's some rope been brought down from the rope factory further down into the Shire. Ironmongery, simple toys, food stalls, fishing boats, fishing gear. One enterprising journeyman Smith is setting up a mend your stool stall, doing a roaring trade, kind of fixing those issues that the dwarves and stalls have introduced. And you can meander, you follow the crowd down towards what looks to be a big common grazing area between the two town centres. Big marquee that's set up there. And there are games aplenty. There's a registration desk where you kind of mark your name down. You pick which village you're for, and you get given a ribbon of that village colour. And whatever tags you get from the various games that you may or may not play, if you bring them back here at the end of the day, we'll tally them up, and well, whichever one wins, essentially. So games that you need to sign up for are the pie eating contest, the pipe weed smoking contest, the mild insults competition, the compliment competition. Of course, there's the stone skimming down at the river, see who can get the most stone skimmed. And we have the golf pitching and putting competition as well, in honour of Bull Roarer himself. If you have got any entrants for the vegetable growing competitions, the chicken competitions, the chutney competitions, the bread baking competitions, the beer brewing competitions, the flower arranging competitions, then please take those over to the marquee over there. You aren't residents, so you won't be able to enter the tug of war competition. But as individuals or as pairs, you could enter the sack race. We have child races, we have adult races. All sacks are Hobbit sized though. The egg and spoon race, no chickens stuck to your spoon, no, against the rules very clearly. The three-legged race, we have all comers, where you could be put against any partner. We have courting couples, where it's couples that are courting to go together. And of course we have married couples, the married couples race. That's always an interesting affair, caused many disagreements back at home. That has in its time. And the obstacle race.
I do have a question for you, dear official. I heard somewhere, I'm from the west, you see, and I heard somewhere in the east, they have this wife carrying competition. I was wondering if that has also been popular here, or is it not this part of the world?
Well, just checking that there are no wives present. I don't think we're strong enough to carry our wives. I think they're more likely to be carrying us, frankly.
It would be a good exercise, though, for whoever is the carrier, and
Well, maybe we'll think about that for next year.
Yes,
Now,
I'll put it in a suggestion box in the.
Yeah, please do. Now, games that you don't have to sign up for, but you can just rock up for. We've got Whack-A-Rat, Whack-A-Mole. There's a ring toss. There's a duck pond. There's a beanbag toss, and of course there's Plinko. There's a tombola, if you wish to kind of go and see down there, and this year as a trial event, we've got the sheepdog trials, the championships, from the shepherding areas and the West Farthing. They'll be out in the main field later on. So, which any events that I could put your name down for?
Just a minute, gentle officer. Could I ask a question about these games? May a single person enroll two different challenge competition?
Yes, you can enroll in as many as you like. Tug of War is just residents only. You need to sign up for some of these events, and of course the vegetable competitions, the chicken competitions, the chutneys. You have to bring your own goods for us to be a judging for those kinds of things. Now, if you sign up, you can play the whack-a-rat, the whack-a-mole, the ring toss, the duck pond, the beanbag toss, the plinko, as many times as you like. But the most, but you have to say that this is going to be your go. You get one tag per game. And you have to choose which game you're going to count. You have to declare that before you play.
Okay.
I've just got a couple of minutes. I just need to go and deal with something, and I'll just be right back.
What's everyone thinking? I don't think Tolman's very good at physical tests.
We could do three-legged race, I think. Esteldor, what do you think? Three-legged race.
Yeah, three-legged race and sign-up games. I'd probably go stone skimming for me.
Yeah, me too. I like that because I don't think they'll let us into any sacks. I think because of the size.
No. And like insult-wise, and compliments were no good for that.
You're on mute, Gabe. Sorry.
I say Gert's gonna smoke pipeweed whether there's a competition or not, so he might as well sign up.
And Gudrun, a pipe eating contest and also compliment contest.
I was gonna say, I think Tolman should join the mild insult competition.
Yes, I will be right there. I will be right there to support you. So if you want to do it, I'll be your main cheerleader.
Yeah, one of his. I think it's even on his character sheet. In fact, it's a special skill he's got.
Nice.
Mild insults.
Mild insults. I think Esteldor might try stone skimming.
Yeah, I'll go for stone skimming. Yeah.
The obstacle race, that sounds very rangery to me.
Maybe you could bring your own sack for the sack race.
Could you use your
That would be a very bold attempt, but
Gert must have a sack or two on them.
Yeah, thanks to Tolman, he's got some empty sacks, so we could provide our own sacks.
So I think if I hope I'm saying for everybody here, I think so sacking and sack references have now become the Battle of the Five Armies references of a previous campaign, I think. And I will have a drink too every time. Because Gudrun, with respect, suggested that we should use our own sacks, and I thought that the size of the sack perhaps could be an issue here, I think. So I'll have to pass on that.
It's not the size of the sack, it's what you put in it.
Very true. Very true. Okay, so who wants to sign up? So the ones that you need to sign up for: the pie eating contest, the pipe weed smoking contest, the mild insult competition, the compliment competition, and the stone skimming competition.
So I think me and Esteldor, right? We're going for the stone skimming?
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
Gudrun for pie eating and compliments competitions.
Yep. Okay.
Gert's decided to join the pipeweed smoking competition because he was going to do that anyway.
You can put Tolman down for mild insults.
Yeah, okay.
Across the board in every competition.
From the sidelines.
Yeah, okay. So you head down to where the areas where all these kind of like activities and games are kind of going on. So things like the Whack-A-Rat, Whack-A-Mole, and so on and so forth, you can just rock up and play. Whack-A-Rat, there's an older hobbit who's stood up on a stack of stools. Gert eyes them up and he thinks one of the middle ones might be of dwarven make, but he's kind of perched on. And there's essentially a pipe that runs down, and they put a rat-shaped beanbag. It runs down the top, and you sit at the back, and you got to smack it with your stick as it comes through. And if you hit it, then you kind of get a point. And if you've declared it as your go, then you get a tag to win. Whack-A-Mole, they pop up, and you've got to bang them, and see how many you can kind of bang. The ring toss is kind of got to throw it, get it onto one of the rings. Duck pond, you've got to capture it. Beanbag toss, you got to throw into a hoop, that kind of thing. Plinko is where you get a ball bearer at the top, and it drops down all the kind of like things, and if it drops into the high score one, you get a tag. So you can play any of those as you wish at any point in time, and then they call out the other events to kind of gather in the main field, and then you get to undertake that. So there's lots of the hobbits moving around with colours. With the little ribbons attached to them, playing these games, having a fun old time of it. There's food stalls and drink stalls and all kinds of that gubbins around as well. And then the main marquee, as you kind of wander into there, you can see that there's a whole selection of squashes, pumpkins, gourds, courgettes, marrows, onions, red onions, carrots, leeks, garlic bulbs, all laid out, being judged by all the hobbits, predominantly the hobbit growers, and the rest of the crowd moving around. There's this clutch of judges moving to them as they kind of like go around. They keep getting called by the people. What's up, Kenny? Yeah, grab one then. Grab one.
Did you guys notice the rules of the game? So did I understand correctly? Can you only win one tag for your village regardless of the game, or?
No, so for the games that you could play multiple times, you have to say this is my go, and you get a tag if you're successful in that. You can't, but you only have one tag. For the sack race, there's 3 tags for the winner, 2 tags for second, 1 for third. Same for the egg and spoon, same for the 3-legged, same for the obstacle course. The overall winner of the tug of war team gets 30 tags, so that's a big event. The pie eating contest is 10 tags for the winner, 5 tags for second. Pipe weed is the same, mild insult is the same, compliment is the same, and then various tags for the different competitions. So as you're wandering around the main marquee, there's a chicken competition where people are judging the hens and the cockerels. There's very many hens there. One of the hens kind of like escapes and starts to run around through the other stalls, and the hobbits start to chase them, and the thing's knocked over. Kind of the bread, all artisanal bread there, gets knocked by one hobbit trying to grab at this hen before eventually it gets recovered. There's the chutneys, a whole range of chutneys available throughout. The beer brewing, where there's quite a lot of laughter coming from the beer brewing, even this early in the morning. There are flower arranging workshops being run as well as a competition. And then the sheepdog trials, nobody gets any tags for that because nobody in the cities is doing sheepdog trials. That's just from the outside. But shall we start with the stone skimming, which is down by the river as you wander down to the river, and you can see a number of hobbits kind of lined up. So simple rules really. You get 3 stones. You've got to find the stones yourselves. 3 stones, and whomever gets the most hops wins. Go! And kind of race off, and you have to find whatever stones you want to skim. So if you're doing the Esteldor, I think, and Arthaniel. If you want to give me a scan roll to find some good quality skimming stones.
I may have tripped and fell.
Yeah, I've got 4.
I've got 7.
Oh, okay. So, so you guys don't get any bonus dice. You don't get a particularly suitable stone at all. You're getting whatever you can find. All right, everybody got the stones, and right, everybody line up, and you can like line up along this shallow beach. Lots of hobbits. Oh yeah. Look at this one. This one's amazing. Look how flat this one is. Oh yeah, right. And then you can start to. All right, from the right hand side through to the left. Let's see the first hobbit on the right. Kind of like gets really down low. Skims his stone across. It hits the surface straight down. Doesn't even get one bounce. Eye of Sauron. And the rest kind of like move along, and it gets to you, Esteldor. So this is a athletics check to see. And every one of your target number, you get that many hops.
Okay. Right. So,
Esteldor.
first, well, didn't get nothing. I didn't match my 13. I got a 8.
Okay, so it gets a couple going, but then just shimmies down. So you get your second go. And the highest at the moment is 5.
I'm 5 in it. I'm 5 in it. Yeah.
Okay.
Come on. Gandalf rune. And 6 on the D6s. Well, I mean, adds up to 6. So.
Oh, so you still get a success. So you meet it. It goes juice, 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 juice. So you're tied on 5. So you get your third go.
Okay. Uh, 14. That beat my target number 1.
Okay, so let's just say then you kind of you get to 6 then with that one more than the other one. Yeah. Okay. So Esteldor's in front. The Hobbit next to Esteldor seems to be quite a pro on this. Kind of like made quite a good roll on his finding. He knocks it out, gets 6 as well. The other hobbits, nobody quite gets down to that. Arthaniel stands alone on the end. His hood raised.
I'll take the hood
Gazing
Yeah.
warily at the river, ensuring that no weir monsters or river monsters jump him.
Yeah. I just want to say that I did try to stay away from the night beer the previous night, knowing of the gravity of the task ahead of me. So let's. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. 14. With the Tengwa, so I beat it by 1, but I've got the Tengwa.
Okay, so you 7.
Jolly good.
You can kind of go for glory and see what your other 2 do, or you can retire ahead.
No. Just can I just match that or beat it? Yes.
Yeah,
Can I get some
go.
more?
Yeah.
I'll just puff my chest out just a little bit, just like give hobbits a little gentle look. Say, whoa.
It's cheating. It's got to be cheating. Did he pick up stones? Yeah, no, I saw him find the stones. He hasn't brought outside stones.
8 plus 8, so I've got 16 this time, but there's no special magic there.
Okay,
It's
so
just
you kind of get 5 off that one.
okay.
But he's already won. Why is he trying again? Oh, but it's all right because he's got blue. He's got blue river. Yes, Whitfurrows win. It's not even our river.
Yeah, it's not much there. I mean, it's all okay. It's
okay.
14.
He just smashes the last one straight into the river.
It's a success, but yeah, no more.
So you get hailed as the winner of the skimming contest. The Hobbit holds
I
your
do
arm,
bowing.
but just lifts it slightly above your waist, and you get given 10 tags. You need to take these back to the desk. And then Arthaniel, Esteldor, you share 5 tags, joint second.
So we do a Dunedain high five, which I don't know what it is, but I guess a feast. Yep.
Okay. Back in the main area, a trestle table has been pulled out. A little stage has been erected, and the competitors for the pie eating contest are called forward. A number of hobbits waddle onto the stage and seat themselves down. Clearly, kind of like have had quite a bit of practice. Tuck in there, pick up their kind of like tablecloths, tuck it in properly. One of them undoes his trouser belt in anticipation, rolls his sleeves up, and then Gudrun joins the end.
Yeah, and
But
Gudrun
just
joined
before
them.
you start, Gudrun, I just want to make sure I'll do a little nudge to Esteldor. Said we need to support Gudrun in the best way we can, so we will probably proceed with making slightly excessive noise in every time there's Gudrun involvement to make sure that she gets the support and courage, from the boys.
So the rules of this competition are really quite straightforward. It's whoever eats the most pies before the sand trickles down in the clock, in the egg timer. So whomever eats the most pies there, you can't be sick. So if any of those pies are seen a second time, that's automatic disqualification. So everybody, you've got to keep it in. And you got to keep it in for a little bit later. So you can't just walk off the stage and then vomit at the back. We don't want any of that. So this year we have got a choice as usual. So would you like to have a sweet pies or would you like to have savoury pies?
Sweet one.
Sweet pies for the lady. It looks like everybody... No, we've got one savoury over there. Fantastic. So, Mrs. Took, could you bring out your raspberry pies for us, please? And there's this huge kind of like plate, tray, 2 of them bringing out these steaming, warm pies. These pies are size of a hobbit's head, reasonably deep. Sugar... crust all burned, slightly caramelized there. They smell absolutely delicious. So what's the savory one? Meat and thyme. A meat and thyme pie. What kind of meat? Lamb and thyme. Wouldn't you have mint with lamb? Okay. Anyway, so does everybody understand? Everybody got pies in front of them. Excellent. So on my count then, go! And start to reach for these pies, start to grab them in. Does Gudrun do anything in particular? Describe Gudrun's technique and tactics with this?
In the meanwhile, Gudrun tried to chat with the other ladies in the competition. Tried to guess the recipes and to find the way to understand the most quickly eatable cake in the competition. In order to avoid the tools that stuck in your throat and doesn't go up and down,
Well, I found this is the one next to Gudrun. I found that if you go for the ones that are look least burn, so the sugar on the top is less brown, well then the juices flow more easily, they're less sticky, and therefore you can just kind of like shovel it in, because if you go for the ones that cook for longer, the juices are dried out a little bit and it just gets caught a little bit on there. And then what you want to be doing is you want to try to fold them, so you get them, you kind of fold them a little and try and get them all in that way. Also, and I'll tell you this because you're an outsider, and if you blow on them, spend a bit of time on blowing on them, cool them down, you'll be all right. Otherwise, it can just catch you there. Make a riddle roll as well. Yeah,
Riddle roll. Okay.
Yeah.
So riddle is favorite with 2 as a skill, and TN of 16.
Mm-hmm.
Could you roll in my behalf?
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So also, because this is about chatting, you get the extra dice from the good word from Rory Mac. Oh, you don't make it though, I'm afraid. That is 2, 7, 10.
And I don't know if my chat with the other ladies could make me make an insight roll, for example.
Yeah, an insight roll. Yeah.
To have some bonus dice maybe for the roll.
Yeah. So what would insight be?
Insight is just 2 rank.
Yeah.
Rank 2 and the TN of 14.
18 with a Tengwar. So what they let's think about this. So you're carefully kind of like paying attention and looking around and seeing what they're doing. One of the ladies, you can see she's getting the tablecloth and she's using that to hold the pies so that they're not quite so hot, and she can kind of like grab at them a little bit more quickly. And then one of them seems to be, she's got a small little jar of a milky white liquid that she's just kind of like taking a little bit of a sips for. She's trying to kind of like keep it hidden a little bit, and she kind of looks at you, see her, and she goes, "It just settles the stomach," and she kind of like hands it across to you as well. It'll stop you from being sick. And as soon as you've like seen her with this, she kind of feels a little bit of obliged to hand it across to you. So you can have a bonus dice with this. And this is a valor test, because it's just basically just how much can you go like chuck down, and how strong's your constitution and such like. So rather than a particular skill, is a valor test.
So valor as a Gudrun is 1, just 1 rank, plus bonus dice.
Yeah. Okay. So that is 10, but you're up against the others. That's less. That is less. That is less. The last one is more. Gudrun comes in second.
Okay.
So they're all toughening themselves. One person kind of like is really slow and is kind of like manages 2 pies. Everybody else is around about the 3-4 pie mark. Gudrun's had 6 pies, and then this one has 6.5. This one just kind of like dangles down there, but kind of like has managed to kind of like got quite a bit in. However, it's not the lady who had the stomach settling thing. So let's just see whether she bombs it all back up. She kind of like stands up. Oh, I think I've done that. The other half kind of falls out there, and a lot just spills down. Well, it looks like Gudrun's the winner there. Managed to keep it all in. Well done. She's got a bigger stomach. She's got a bigger stomach. A couple of the guys say in the back. Got more places. Look at those legs. She can fill all those legs, can't she? But no, nobody's having any of that. So you get 10 tags for the pie eating contest.
Nice.
All right, get this table away. We're going to have the mild insults competition right now. So the mild insults competition. The first rule is you can't make anybody cry. And you need to essentially insult or offer some kind of mild curse. So, for instance, this would be an acceptable mild curse. I wish that your bread does not rise. That would be a kind of mild curse. What you're not allowed to say, because this would be rather upsetting, is, I wish all your children die in a horrible house fire. Clearly, not a mild curse or a mild insult. A mild insult might well be, yes, darling, your bum does look large in that. What you're not allowed to say is, the problem with you is you're a total nincompoop. That would be rather nasty. So mild insults or mild curse. And our panel of judges will assess this, and you get 3 goes. So we've got 5 competitors. Tolman, Buns, I thought that you'd left the Shire.
Well, I did, and now I'm back. Why is that so difficult to understand?
Oh, yeah, interesting. So if you could all get on your sit on your stools, don't you worry, they're dwarven made. Nothing's going to go wrong. And if you could think of your mild curse or your mild insults, and once you've thought of that, if you stand and just call it out, and our judges will assess and mark those. They're looking for both the content but also the manner of delivery.
And am I to address it to anyone in particular, or
Whomever you choose, and all of it will form part of the judging. One of them stands up. I've got one. I'd say this to somebody who had just done me wrong. May a wasp sting you on your behind. The judges don't bat an eyelid. Wasp sting. I've got one. May you have to wear shoes. That is not a mild insult. That is an awful thing to wish upon anybody. Disqualified. Tolman, do you have any that you wish to put forward?
I do. Steps forward, locks eyes with a hobbit about his age in the crowd. Verdinbrast, good child, your head is so flat that Arthaniel tried to pick you up and skim you across the river.
Okay, make a riddle roll.
Dog. 3 dice. I'll chuck a point of hope in as well.
Yeah. Okay.
10, 13 doesn't meet the target number.
Oh, okay. Who's Arthaniel? What? How would he even get his head off? Any other insults? One stands forward. And this is what I would say to the proprietor of the inn. your beds are so bad, I didn't even want to hit snooze. Bree kind of looks around. That's quite cutting. My goodness me. Oh. Judges note something down. Tolman, do you have another?
I do. Mary D. Kittywake, I see you there. But to be honest, it's a wonder you even made it here, because your sense of direction is so poor. You tried to go to the 3 Farthing Stone and ended up in the Binbol Woods.
They only happened once, she says. Another riddle roll.
I'll spend another point of hope, seeing as my dice are so poor. Okay. What's that? There's a 10 war, so 10, 13, 16. It's a great success.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, okay. Only happened once! The other insults carry on in the same vein, but the winner is Tolman with his great success. 10 tags.
I know I had it in me.
Well, we need to take the flavour of that away, so let's have the compliments competition. So all those who have entered into the compliments competition, if you would please stand up. Gudrun makes her way up. A few of the hobbits as well. Very similar rules. Compliments need to be paid. They need to can't just be general ones. They need to be specific to the individual. So one individual steps forward. So it's Rory Mac Tug is so brave. He has balls the size of Barnabas the Rams. Judges, note this down. One female matriarchal hobbit turns to the other and says, "Your dahlia heads are so pretty, they could have come from my garden." The other lady that she said it to looks back and says, "They didn't. I didn't steal your seeds. Stop spreading these rumours. This is not a platform for you to start to spread these rumours. Ladies, please, please, please." And carries on in that way. Gudrun, your compliment, please.
Rory Mac waistcoat is so elegant that shine over the star of the Yule night.
Very nice. So this is a courtesy check.
So courtesy is favorite with two rank and TN of 14.
So that's 18. So that is a success. Excellent.
Yeah.
One individual steps forward and says, "The flavour of my wife's apple pies is so good, it reminds me of my mama's." Oh, I love you. I love you too, honey bun. And it moves on. Kind of cycles around again. Gudrun, your next opportunity of compliments.
Oh, and your words flow so sweetly more than the brandy wine during a summer down.
Another courtesy roll, which is this dice.
Yes.
That would be 12. Not quite so well received. Not quite so well received.
Maybe the brandy wine is not so sweet.
That's right. Well, we've declared the winner. Gudrun came in second. Excellent. Well done. Well done. So 5 more tags for Gudrun. Let's now do the pipe weed smoking contest. So, as everybody will know, this is a shapes, including the complexity of the shape and the tone of the shape. You get to select whatever pipeweed you wish to use, and let our contestants take the stage. And Gert kind of like makes his way up there. So you start to puff away on your pipe. You need to choose a kind of like a shape that you want to kind of like blow. Like smoke rings would be a very basic one. This kind of complexity. The easier it is, you'll get bonus dice. The harder, more complex it is, you get some dice taken away to represent the additional difficulty. So you can start to warm up with just some simple kind of like, you know, smoke rings, and the Hobbit on the end, he warms up with a smoke dodecahedron. Always been known as a show off. But there we go. And everything starts to just mellow out a little bit. Gert, what is your try going to be?
I gotta go with smoked sausages.
Smoked sausages. Excellent.
I try to link them.
Okay. Okay. So this is a wisdom check, because it was the first thing I could think of to kind of go with. So give me a wisdom check, see if you can kind of get your smoked sausages.
All right, so I've got a 2 there. I think I'll spend a point of hope, because why not? Oh, let's just see. Okay, Tengwar. Oh my goodness. 26 with the Tengwar.
26 with a Tengwar. You can almost taste these sausages as they kind of like come out. Not just linked, but curled as well. This one's kind of got caramelized onion in. This one's kind of a tomato based. This is kind of really herby. Oh my goodness, it's all of the sausages that Gert is just thinking about other people eating when it was supposed to be for him. Gert is declared the winner of the pipeweed smoking competition. 10 tags there.
Wow. Awesome.
As the day kind of like moves on, and the field is cleared for the tug of war competition, age group specific, lots of hooing and hawing. You're kind of starting to feel mellowed down as you kind of like getting some ciders or some beers. It's been a lovely kind of late summer day, and then there's the points and the tags get kind of like tallied up between the two villages. The winners of all the various competitions kind of get called out back up onto the stage. You have to kind of go back up and you kind of collect a more formal recognition, ribbons attached to your chests. Bridgeford, a much smaller village, gets totally crushed by Whitfurrows. There's cries of Stewart's inquiry from the back, but it's all very half-hearted. And then you kind of able to filter through into the big marquee ready for the storytelling session. You kind of get middling seats. It appears that Robin and Petunia maybe didn't quite know their uncle, maybe, or have as much influence as they thought that they would have. But the older end, the adults now, the children, the tweens are taken off as the light fades down and the stars start to arrive in the firmament, cool within the marquee, beer flowing, sounds flowing, and the hobbits stand up and take turns to tell tall tales of each other. Anybody want to take the stage and to tell any tales or sing any songs?
Yeah, I think it would seem likely that Tolman would have his confidence up after winning the mild insult competition, and he probably feels like he's got some stories to tell.
Yeah. Okay. Any particular ones that you wish to put forward? Go on, sorry, Gudrun.
Gudrun as well. Sing the good tasting of is farthing cakes in a kind of no sense song.
Yeah. Like a just a comedy song for lovely kind of like tone and beat and moving forward
with high rhythm.
It's
Quick
really
rhythm.
well received by the audience there. And Tolman, what's his tale of?
He's going to tell the whole story of being sent east by, he won't say who, with a message, very, very secret message, and ending up in the Midgewater marshes, up to his neck in swamp water.
That gets a big cheer.
Yeah, and then a stranger's hand reaching out from the marshes and lifting him up, and then he'll be saying, and this is Gert, and he's the one who pulled me out of the marshes, and this is Arthaniel.
Didn't he sell me some stalls?
No, there's nothing to do with stalls.
A couple of hobbits just down as the stalls collapse underneath them.
You don't even know what a stall is, do you, Gert? Oh. And then this is Arthaniel and Esteldor and Rangers and Gudrun from way over the Misty Mountains. And there are kings where she comes from. And there's Barnite the dwarf and all kinds of strange folk what I've never seen. And then they went into this crypt and there's all these runes and strange writing on the walls and this dead thing come up and Arthaniel just smote him. That's the word, isn't it? Smote. He smote him.
Smoked him.
Stole this.
No, smote with a tur.
Smote. It was bad. There was blue fire and this thing. It was like there was things coming out of its eyes, and he punched its head off, and then took the sword, and then we went back to Gert's house, and there were no stalls, and we had food, and we drank, and his family, and his lovely wife, and his children, and everyone's so friendly. And then we came west, and these wolves attacked us. There were wolves everywhere, and Barnabas with his big, and he was biting them, and the wolves were just rolling over and flying, and then Esteldor was next to me, and he was going, "Come on!" And he smote a wolf as well, smoted it, and then I got my spear and I rammed it through a wolf, and then all the wolves were gone, and then we came here and we arrived, and Sheriff Rory McBrandybuck kind of bowed down before us, and he was like, "Oh, great adventurers, you've arrived. Please come in. Oh, Tolman, it's so good to see you again."
Tolman, these are tall tales, but there's a level of our believability. We were with you all the way until Rory Mac.
Well, I may have embellished that or a little bit, but there were
I
at
imagine
least
so.
57 wolves.
Well,
Like,
we believe all of that. We believe all of the smoting. We believe all of the lack of stools. We believe all the fire coming out of the eyes. But Rory might bowing down to you, my son. That's not really. It's not going to happen. Try to keep it believable. You just got to be pushing the boundaries, not completely reaching over like you've just done.
it is what happened, and it's a good story.
It's a good story, but it's not the truth. But this is tall tale telling, isn't it? This is the tent of tall tale telling.
Do you want me to make a roll of any kind?
No. There's no. Everybody's just kind of like so drunk that there's no rolls needed at this point. But that's how the first day in the Shire ends. As you kind of like head back to the 2 squares in and arrange yourselves in the room, and the night fades away. And that's where we'll finish the session as well.
That was a nice Tolman telling.
It was excellent.
Oh.
Yes. It was excellent.
Yeah. He needs not
Oh, I missed the last bit of that. Sorry.
as a natural substance.
Yeah.
I do have to say, like with Barnack's absence, this episode was a little bit anti-dwarfish. You know, I don't think.
I'm not the one who said the souls were dwarven.
No, it wasn't you. It was these people that were buying these stools and then complaining on the poor quality of the.
It's not the first hate crime we've seen against dwarves in this.
And it's not like they had any receipts, you know.
Sorry,
they didn't have
guys.
any receipts.
I need to say you goodbye because I
Is that-
need to run away.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll finish the
Wait
session now
before you-
anyway. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alessandro. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Good stuff. Great session, guys.